Got the Texans Fan Better podcast. Young Bridge, Fit Forward Crenshaw. You know the best out there. Keno, Bo Diggity 713. To all my Texans Nation. If you feeling good, I want you to throw them H's up high. Yeah, like that. I see you. Let's swarm. Yeah, Houston, Texas, born and raised. Yeah, that's where I'm from. The best city in the state. Yeah, we stay turned up. There's excitement in the air for the Houston Texans. We swarming all year, causing havoc, we wrecking. Coming off that edge, we got 5-5-5-1. Thing on the outside, locking down your number one. All about the swarm mentality. And the H, standing on business is the way we operate. I rep that 7 like CJ, that 1 like Diggs, that 3 like Dale. H-Town, we doing it big, you know that 12 out here, and don't you never forget, better pick your poison, cause we got Joe in the midst. We rock that battle red, still blue, Liberty white, H-Town blue, drip galore, man, we so fresh, fire like the field. Shout out to the whole squad, chasing greatness, eyes on the prize, one goal, it's time to take it. Let's get it. Throw them H's up, throw them H's up, now you throw them H's up, throw them H's up, we throw them H's up, throw them H's up, let's show love for them Texans, cause them Bulls about to perform. Throw them H's up, throw them H's up, now you throw them H's up, throw them H's up, we throw them H's up, throw them H's up, let's show love for them Texans, cause them Bulls.
Welcome back to another episode of Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Matthew Briggs. I got some news. We got another member of the Texans Fan Battle, my dear friend Jason Colson. Jason, what's up?
What's up, everybody? Looking forward to a great season this year.
And then, guys, if you watch Facebook, TikTok, everything, you know these guys very, very well. You know, they love to take a shot. They love everything, you know. 3, keep 3, all of it. It's some good stuff. We got Mr. Lance Bledsoe. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate y'all for having me. How y'all feeling?
Man, ready for some football, right?
Ready for some football. I hear that. I hear that.
Like you know, I love baseball. I'm a baseball guy at heart, as you can tell. But, man, this time in sports has to be the worst time in sports because there's no football.
Man, does it feel like this something been going about been so long without football? Like it's been usually football come by fast, but it's taking a long time for football to come. But now it's finally here. So
I think it feels like it's taking so long because of the hurt and pain of how last season ended.
Man, don't get me started on that, bro.
Well, let's dive in right now. You know, let's talk about the training camp. So far, what have you been seeing on your side, Lance? Anything catching your eye?
The main thing that's been catching my eye, I think that's been catching everybody's eye, is Tank Dell and how he's came back from injury and how he looks. He hasn't even missed a beat. Like I feel like that's what caught my eye for sure. I knew he could come back, and they say he ain't like he's been practicing, but he ain't just been officially like taking like reps with like the first team and all that. But like, man, he still looks fast. He still looks quick. He still look quick. He looks like he ain't missed the beat. So, man, I just know him being out last season, that definitely kind of like, you know, him and CJ best friends, you know, so that they really had that chemistry right there. So I know like him coming back definitely gonna be like a big part in this Texas offense for sure. But he definitely caught my eye. Like he still looks fast out there, still looks quick. I like our rookie O lineman from Georgia Tech, man. Like he an old school O lineman, real old school O lineman for real, man. And I really like that for us. Definitely added to the O line because CJ definitely did that protection in the pocket for the old lineman. So yeah, that's been catching my eye for sure. Training camp.
Go ahead.
Got into it today with Will Anderson at practice. I heard.
I see. Yeah, I heard about that too.
Well, that's what you gotta love, right? You gotta love a guy who, you know, is not scared to get into it.
Yeah,
not scared. You know,
no,
especially against Will Anderson, like. Okay, guy, I see you.
Yeah. He don't care who you is, because we all know Will Anderson one of top defensive players in the league. So you're gonna get into it with Anderson, and as a rookie, oh yeah, you letting everybody know you don't care. You ain't playing. You ain't playing at all.
And some people might rub some people the wrong way, but I'm going to say it. Look, this is what the Texans offense need was big country corn-fed white boys.
Bro, you took the words. I didn't want to say it. I ain't want to come off kind of. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to say it, but man, I said it when we drafted him. I said this the type of O line we need. We don't need them O linemen that like to go to the club, get fly
Dress,
and all that. We need country cornbread, riding horses linemen. We need them type of linemen. That's what we need right there. Yeah, I ain't want to say it. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
especially a guy who's so worried about what he's wearing on Sundays to the game. Like,
Come
bro,
on, man. What?
yeah.
And I ain't saying it ain't nothing wrong with that, but man, you all lineman, man. Come on, man. We need our own linemen to be. Come on, we need the country cornbread fed. Yeah, that's what we need. When we drafted him, I said, yeah, we in the right direction, right there. Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. When we first drafted him, I was like, man, I really don't know much about this guy. Like, and then the first thing I read was he got in a car wreck. Got really banged up, really bad. Like I think broke a toe or something, and still went and played that same Saturday. I was like, that's the guy. That's him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said that because I was about to say it at first, but I ain't want to come off the wrong way. But I'm glad you said it, man. For real.
So with a lot of position battles going on, there's like you mentioned Tank Dell, and then we got the two young guys and Noel and Higgins. You got Hutchinson, and then you got like 90 defensive tackles. You also got offensive line. Who do y'all think is some positional battles that we should be seeing come this training camp in preseason?
I seen they dropped the depth chart today, and I heard that right tackle position is wide open. Like everybody else position is secure, but I heard that right tackle position is wide open. So we'll definitely see who takes that spot for sure. Because I'm really I feel like we're good everywhere on from the defensive side. Even on offense, I said we could probably get another receiver only because Tank Dell is coming back, and even though Higgins into his second year, I feel like he will be better. But I just feel like we just needed if we could have just got one receiver from free agents just to be sure, I wouldn't have tripped out there. But definitely the O-lineman. The O-lineman is key, very key. Like everybody talk about how C.J. Stroud struggled these past couple years. But the offensive line played a big part of that in messing up his game. So definitely that right tackle position. If they saying that right tackle position is wide open, definitely that's going to be the position I'll be looking at come this preseason.
I mean, I think in the offseason they made they've made an effort to really revamp this offensive line, and it looks good on paper. So now we just got to see it out on the field. You got to see it come together. These additions. I hope Braden Smith that we brought in can take that right tackle spot.
Thanks.
But at the end of the day, like you said, you want to protect CJ. So if Braden Smith is the guy,
CJ.
If Trent Brown is out there handling his own against Will Henderson, and that's what they've been saying, then you got to put Trent Brown out there. Like Henderson's the top of the top. So
I just read something where they said when they started Trent Brown last season, we won 7 games with Trent Brown starting. So hey.
I think the only concern with Trent Brown is his health. Big man gets hurt pretty easy.
Facts. I feel like that's our biggest concern as a team. That's the only thing I'm worried about going to season is the health, in my opinion.
The only thing I have seen, I get this is his second year, but I did see where Ursery has been struggling big time. So I don't know if you put Trent Brown on the left side or Braden Smith on the left side, and then keep the other one and just let the young man learn, or just sink or swim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has to get out there and he has to learn.
Yeah, definitely got to put him out there. But uh, man, I just want the best protection for CJ. So if it's gonna take some time for you to learn, you probably just gonna have to sit back and watch,
Well,
watch.
I think the fact that so obviously it seems like we have a little more depth.
Yeah,
Um, I think this season we're coming in with a little more depth to the offensive line with the additions of Braden Smith, um, and so if one guy doesn't work out, the next guy steps up, takes that spot.
Yeah, and it gets like I don't hate any Texan player. I mean, they might make me mad and angry, but I'm glad Jake Andrews ain't the starting center. I'm glad Rutledge has solidified that position. He's undersized, and I just seen him get bullied. Here's the main thing too about everybody wants to hate on C.J. Stroud. D'Amico said the other day he hasn't had a good running game since he's been in Houston. Even with Joe Mixon, this is how good Joe Mixon is. Joe Mixon made the running game look decent. So we got to get to blocking for sure for David Montgomery. Even though David Montgomery, I think is going to be a good running back, but we have to block, and our run block has been oh man, it's been like the Texas Rangers. It's been trash.
yeah, facts. Yeah, but I do think David Montgomery is going to be a great running back, and I think Woody Morris is going to compliment him well for sure. Um, like you said, I never thought about it like that. Even with Joe Mixon, CJ Stroud never just had a legit running game. So yeah, I think this year might be the year. But like you said, the number one thing they got to block. They have to block like that's been our problem
I seen it.
since his rookie year. The whole line has to block. Like, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Like that's been the problem.
I seen a crazy stat with Joe Mixon. They said that he was hit behind the line like 53% of the time. Every time he got the ball, he was hit behind the line when he was Texas. So
And
that just tells you how bad the line was. So
yeah, that's
hopefully CJ just can't do it by himself. You know what I mean? So we have to have complementary football, and that's the only way is to block for when the run game comes around. You know what I mean? So, well, speaking of CJ, look, to me it seems like everybody in Texas community, there's a line. Either you're with CJ or you're against CJ. Lance, talk to us. Well, tell these people they need to calm down.
man. I've been supporting CJ for the longest. Like when everybody was going against him. I think after his second year was I think we forget how young CJ is. Like he's entering his fourth year, even though it felt like he's been in the league for a cool little minute. He's entering in his fourth year, and he's won a playoff game every year since he's been in the league. So I understand this is when our league. If you're not making the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship by your third, fourth year, everybody ready to write you out. But we gotta understand, bro. Like yeah, this is a make or break season for CJ, but we got to understand the things he had to go through, like, and why he struggled since his rookie year. Like he had injuries. His second year, you remember, Stephon Diggs got hurt. Nico Collins got hurt mid season that year. Then Tank Dell got hurt towards the end. We had problems with the OC. Then next year, and then his third season, Tank Dell was out the whole season. Nico got hurt a couple of games. Like it's just not all him. Like I'm not making any excuses for him, but I think we just as a fan base, we just got to pump the brakes and we got to understand like he's entering his fourth year. Like, but that I did say that Patriots that game was just yeah, like that was bad. That was bad. 4 picks in the first half. That was horrible. And it was like we didn't even need CJ just to be Superman. You just manage the game. Just don't turn the ball over because we had the defense to go to Super Bowl last year. Just don't turn the ball over. So yeah, it has felt like for a long time since CJ rookie year, like he's been the reason why we've been winning games. But I'm not ready to write him off yet. I still believe in him. Our O line has gotten better. running games gotten better. He's getting Tank Dell back. So, like you said earlier, we just got to just see it. We just got to just see it. I'm just ready to see. Like, to get training camp, preseason, I'm anxious to see what he gonna do. But I'm just ready to see how he gonna bounce back. I'm not ready to write him off yet. Like, but this is a make or break season for him for sure.
And you just, I get the frustration. I was frustrated too. Like you said, elite defense, Super Bowl bound, and the Bills were knocked out. The Chiefs missed the playoffs. Like, if you were going to go to the Super Bowl, that was the year to do it, right? Like, all the cards fell in the You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like, last year was the perfect year. Like, you couldn't have told me before last year around this time before the season started, the Seahawks and the Patriots were going to the Super Bowl. You couldn't have told me at all. Like, last year was literally like the perfect time. If we was gonna do it, last year was the year. Like you said, Chiefs didn't make the playoffs, the Ravens didn't make the playoffs. Like, it was perfect. It was right there. Like, even though the Bills made the playoffs, but we always beat the Bills when we played them. So it's like, it was just too good last year. And it's like, CJ, like, you the reason why we lost. You was the reason. And it's like, I was mad. I understand everybody frustration, but I think he can bounce back. But this year's AFC Championship of bust. Like, no excuses. It's AFC Championship of bust.
So I hear you say, like, manage the game, just manage the game. My only concern with that train of thought is this: that if you got a guy who is supposed to be your guy, he's the guy you're rolling with, and then you're going to put the reins on him and just tell him, hey man, just don't go lose the game. You don't want that attitude. Like, I don't want to tell my quarterback, hey, just don't lose the game. No, I want you to go out there and play. And I feel like the first season with CJ, we had no expectations. We were terrible the year before. We got new coach, new team, new makeover, and they just said, "Hey, go ball, go play, go out there and play." And we saw them just go out and just light up the league. I feel like the second year, though, now the team made the playoffs, ready to take that next step, and the defense was so good. I do feel like they said, "Hey, let's trust the defense a little bit more." I don't know that. I mean, I agree that we don't want him just going out there and giving away the game, but at the same time, I don't know that I like the idea of pulling him back. I say let him go.
Yeah.
Let him,
No.
Let him go.
No, let him go ball.
Let him go play.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's also, CJ gotta get that confidence back as well. Like last year at that Patriots game, like, his body language was just off. Like if you go look at his rookie year highlights compared to his past two seasons, like his body language was just totally off. Like, even when everybody was talking about him coming into training camp, they built him wearing the big clothes. Like, it's just his aura is just not like, come on, man, you are a quarterback. Get some swag about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gotta get that confidence back. Like, I agree. I want him to go out there and play, but also you gotta go out there and play. Like, look confidence back. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and Jason made a good point. That Patriots game's on the coaching too, because, like you said, he looked defeated. His head was down. He in his head, we already lost the game. That's where Gerard Johnson and D'Amico Ryans and
Somebody should have been over there in his face
saying, "Hey, we're still in this game. Knock it off. Don't put your head down. Play next."
Somebody should have been over there talking him up and saying, "Hey, man, you're the guy. We're rolling with you. Let's go." I felt like that. Yeah, he was sulking over there on the sideline. He was over there crying, whatnot like that. But somebody should have gone over there and been like, "Hey, we're in this game. Wake up. It's not over. Let's get this thing together." I do think, in his defense, and a lot of people say this is not should be excused. I think the weather messed with him. I think absolutely messed with him that day. I think the first pass of the game where he rolled out, I remember like yesterday, he rolled out the tight ends out there and he threw the ball into the dirt a yard in front of him. And I said, "Oh crap, he can't hang on to the ball. He the ball's slippery out of his hand." Somebody should, they could have tried a glove, they could have tried something in that moment, but it was obvious to me throughout the rest of that game he was done. He was finished.
Yeah, the weather definitely played a factor too, but man, it's like his confidence was like his body language was just off. Like you could tell in his face, like it's like he didn't believe in himself no more. Like that they was like we lost. So yeah, that excuse me. I agree with you. I'm all in for letting CJ go out there and play. I feel like he should do more. I feel like he should scramble more this year because CJ got some legs on him. Like scramble more, let it fly more. But he got to get that confidence back, man. But I think he'll get it back. He'll get it back sooner than later. He just got to just go out there and play. That's all.
Yeah. Well, and you got the CJ Stroud haters that want Davis Mills to be your starter. Look, he had a chance. Davis Mills he's a backup quarterback. I mean, he might be able to start for the Jets or someone, but let's be honest. He's a He's a career backup quarterback, and that's not a bad thing.
Davis Mills had his chance already. That's why we got CJ Stroud.
Exactly.
Well, Davis Mills might be one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league, but he's a backup. And, everybody points to that game where he had the amazing comeback, right? And it was. I mean, he played his tail end off in the second half of that game. But we were losing because of Davis Mills. Let's be honest. The game was where it was at, and he had to put the cape on because he was not very good in the first half.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that defense, we wouldn't still be in that game.
Yeah.
So that's what people, fail to remember. Well, also, they're like, okay, well, if you don't want Mills, then go get a rookie. You don't know what you got in a rookie. You don't know if it's going. You have a sample size of what you got, CJ. If CJ Stroud rookie year is your floor, then you keep it. You take that and you run with it. You know what you got in CJ Stroud, so you got to keep it.
You got 3 years of playoffs, a win each year in the playoffs. I know we want more than that, but I don't think it's all on CJ by any stretch of imagination.
We got to cut him some slack, man. Like I understand, like it's a win now league, like, but look at the other QBs in the AFC, like. Josh had 4 turnovers against the Broncos. Nobody's getting on him. Like everybody getting on CJ. Lamar Jackson still ain't made it to the Super Bowl yet. Nobody's getting on him. Justin Herbert hasn't even won a playoff game yet. And he's still tops and also the top 7 QBs. Like, but CJ's won a playoff game every year in his career. And he's entering his 4th year now. Everybody, just because he lost his game, everybody just ready to be done with him. Now, if we be done with him and get somebody else, like you said, like a rookie quarterback that we don't know how he's going to play, like, that don't make sense at all.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's a good thing that he's been somewhat on the downward or have a couple bad seasons, but it is good because you can use that as a bargaining tool. Look, I don't care what people think. We need to re-sign this guy. So use this season as a bargaining tool to get a cheaper deal. And if he balls out, we look like geniuses. If not, it's still a cheaper deal where you know what you got. And I hate saying this because I can't stand their fan base. They're the most idiotic fan bases. Be like the Jaguars. You know what you have in Trevor Lawrence. They went and extended him. It's not a bad deal. Because he was on the poor side. He had bad years, so they got a cheap deal. And then look what happened last year.
So let me ask you, to me, a good comparison for CJ I'll throw this out there. Is he Jared Goff? Are
Yeah.
you? Are you? Would you be okay with Jared Goff?
For CJ.
As a comparison.
As a comparison.
Oh, yeah, I say Sam Darnold. I say Sam Darnold. Look at Sam Darnold. He just took the Seahawks to the Super Bowl and won. And they was ready to write Sam Darnold off.
Yeah.
So I like the comparison too, though.
Yeah. I just think, look, you know what you got in CJ. So you just got to rock with him. And look, this elite defense is a once in a lifetime type of defense. Sadly, you got another defense in Seattle that's just as good. So it is taking a little bit of shine from you. But, yeah, man, you just got we got to keep rocking with CJ. Like you said, two fresh new offensive coordinators, rookie. And to me, and I think you agree with me, Jason, to me, D'Amico Ryans is hurting CJ in that aspect. Why not get a veteran OC from the beginning? That way he can help out CJ Stroud. And also, let's be honest, help out D'Amico Ryans because sometimes the play calling is very, very questionable.
That's the gift and the curse of having a defensive-minded head coach. They don't know what the hell is going on offense.
No, you're right.
That's the gift and the curse. That's the gift and curse of having a defensive-minded head coach. You see the Miko getting all these players from free agents from the draft on defense. Like I be like, dang, like we got too much depth on defense. Like, are you gonna work on the offense? Like you said, we should have got an OG offensive coordinator from the jump. But you gotta realize the Miko played linebacker in the NFL. Like play defense his whole life. I mean, of course he dunks football, but he's not an offensive-minded coach. He defense. So yeah, that's the gift and the curse of it.
What were you gonna say?
He could have helped himself by adding a offensive coordinator that had been in the league for a little while. I think, but that's the blind side of a defensive coordinator. It's absolutely right. But let's see this year two of Nick Caley. Maybe they can get it going. I heard a lot of good things today at training camp concerning the offense. I heard that the offense today finally held its own against that defense and looked really good out there on the field. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're saying that yesterday was a disappointment, but today they came out and they said they smacked the defense in the mouth. And look, like we've been saying this whole time, we're the best defense in the league. So if our offense can do that, like, you know, that guy kind of has to give you some hope. But this is where I hope all the fans, I hope this gets clipped. I hope everything. Fans need to chill the heck out about CJ Stroud throwing interceptions. This is the place where you want CJ Stroud to throw an interception. It's training camp.
Like, come on now, like anybody go to any quarterback with no interceptions on our defense. Like, come on now, like
You're gonna take your chances in training camp, and you should. So, I don't make a big deal about the interceptions is crazy.
Yeah, that's where you want him to throw it, right? Is get him out of the system. Like, we don't want him in the season, so go
It
ahead.
cracks me up. I saw a clip of CJ throwing a back shoulder pass to Tank Dell, and somebody saying
He's lost.
Just going. A bunch of people were going nuts about the placement of the throw, and it was like that's a perfect back shoulder throw. But everything right now is about CJ is being second guessed, and probably rightfully so after after the way the season ended last year.
And, you kind of brought it up about the whole coming to the training camp in basketball shorts and oversized t-shirt, and everybody was roasting him about it. To me, growing up playing football, basketball, when somebody comes up one like that, they're about to ball out. You know what I mean? So, but to me also,
And I look at it like that. I kind of look at it like that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand comfortability. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it like he about his business. Like, he coming in ready to ball. But it's just, I don't know. It's just like, it's not even just what he was wearing. It's like just how he walked, walked, walked. He was walking in there like, it's just, I don't know. I could be tripping, but I just feel like compared to his rookie year, like you've seen like the confidence in it. It's like, I just seen an interview before I got on here about he did like a training camp 6 days ago. Like, I don't know, it's just some just seem off. I could be tripping, but I think CJ gonna bounce back. I think he is. I hope he does. I think it's in him. He just gotta just get that confidence back.
well,
That's all. That's all.
I also look like this is everybody was hating on him for going on those podcasts, all these off-season shenanigans. I think he's going back to being basic, and I think wearing all this, he's okay. It's about football. It's not about going
Yeah.
to. It's not about going to Japan and sumo wrestling with Michael Parsons. It's not about going on a date with Amber Rose or whatever her name was. It's about being. It's about football. So, I think we're going to see another sign of CJ.
Yeah, as long as we don't see the side of the last guy we had.
Yeah. Stay out of the massage parlor, CJ. Like, we hope we don't.
We're good if you stay out of the massage parlor.
Yeah, I don't think CJ is anything close to the sign, moral wise. I don't think he'd be going into the massage parlors anytime soon. But yeah, I just think we're going to see a different side of CJ, and I think people are going to change their tunes. Well, I mean, here's hoping.
Moving on from CJ for a minute, let's talk about rookies. Which rookies you think are going to start on this team? You think any rookie is going to get the nod outside of Rutledge? I think he's entrenched at center. But any other rookies on the team going to make it in the starting lineups?
That's a good question. Like you said, outside of him, let's see.
Is it
I really ain't been eyeing all the rookies. I'm just been focusing on the online. I really been only focusing on who I think though, like me, because I
Yeah. I think. Look, I know me and Jason talked about this. Training camp is never a good gauge of determine where a player is actually at, because we all know game speed, practice, and college they're all different. It changes off the hat. But I'm telling you, this Marlon Klein, this tight end that everybody was, and I was one of them that was upset where they picked him up at, the tight end from Michigan. Look, man, he looks like he's going to be a red zone threat, and if he can get 6-7 touchdowns in the season, I'm good for it. That's the thing that's frustrating is you can go back to the Gary Kubiak days. Our offensive red zone production has been terrible. We don't throw the ball in the red zone for some reason. Andre Johnson had 80 touchdowns in his whole career. Like, that shouldn't happen. So if we can have a red zone threat, Marlon Klein, I don't think he's going to be a starter, but I think he's going to be a big role player with him and Dalton Schultz.
Yeah,
that's all we really just need. Like, we already got enough depth, especially for the starters. So we can just come in and just produce, like you said, 6-7 touchdowns. That would be perfect. Especially, I never even thought about it like that. We never really just had no red zone for real. Like going back, now that I think about it, we definitely need that for sure, because especially the past couple of seasons, it's like every time we get in the red zone, it's like we're allergic to the touchdown. Like, it's like we just can't score at all, and I just be
screaming at the TV like, why are we right there? We just can't score. Like, this is ridiculous. Like,
You run the ball up the middle 3 times, and every time you get stopped. He's like, dude.
Well, Higgins certainly was a bright spot last season in the red zone with 6 touchdowns for the kind of production.
And I think Nico had about 6 or 7 too, right?
But they're not good inside the red zone, and they do like to run the ball a lot in the red zone, which I mean I get, but we haven't had a good red zone running game since Arian Foster. That's been forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think McDonald. We have so many defensive tackles. I don't think he's going to be the starter, but I do think he will. Look, D'Amico likes to rotate players, so I think he will make an impact. I mean, they're saying that
big boy.
Yeah, they're saying that he's having a heck of a camp. So, and they said that Wade Wooders, they said he brings that Brian Custon mentality. I hope he don't juice up like Brian Custon, but hey, if he can headbutt somebody in the helmet,
you ain't trying unless you cheat.
Yeah, right. Hey, look, all about the Astros, right? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, but and speaking of rookies and the roster, is there any position other than obviously the offensive line? Is there any other positions that should worry you about this team?
Like I said earlier, I said receiver position. Like I said, I felt like even though Tank Dell is coming back, we don't know actually when he's going to play for real. I think they might put him out there last preseason game. I don't think I like how they're taking their time with him. I like how even though he's practicing, I like they just not throwing him out there. But I just feel like we just needed to sign somebody for free agency. Like even. First, I said bring Diggs back. He had a lot of stuff going on in his personal, and we didn't need to bring that to Houston. But I don't know. It's just that receiver position. I just feel like we just needed one more spot, one more pickup. But I mean, of course we trust in Nico. I think he is gonna take a step. But I just say if I got to pick a position, I say receiver for real.
Yeah, it is a worry spot. We took a little bit of heat on our post about putting the Texans in the average category of wide receivers. But honestly, if it wasn't for Nico being one of the top wide receivers in football, we could easily put him down at the very bottom based upon production of the other guys. Now, I think the second year of Higgins, I think he's gonna. I hope he's gonna grow into that number 2 spot. I don't know what we got in Jalen Noel. They didn't really use him last year.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, right? Like the uncertainty of these young guys, because Higgins might hit, Noel might hit. You don't know yet. So to say that these receivers are legit and borderline elite, they're not. They're average because you don't know what you have in them. And like you said, Tank Dell. Look, if Tank Dell comes back and he's like Tank Dell's rookie year, we got something. But
that's a big but.
But history likes to repeat itself. And most people who take a year or almost 2 years of football off don't come back as fast. I think it's going to take some time for him to be back at that speed, right? Being in shape and being in football shape are 2 different things. And I think that's what a lot of people are failing to realize. Like, it's going to take him some time to get back to that spot. You know what I mean? Because like I said again, what's that?
500 days since the Chiefs game, so that's a long time without football. That's a long time. So, like you said, he just got to get back to that game speed. I like how they're taking their time with it, but like you said, it's going to be a big but if he plays like his rookie year. Because even his second year, like he was okay, but it wasn't like his rookie year. So it's going to definitely be a big but. If he could come back playing like he did his rookie year or even better, hey, we'll be just okay on every receiver spot.
Yeah, and the thing too, and I think Jason said this, injuries like that can cost you your life. I mean, look at Alex Smith, Joe Theismann. I mean, we're lucky we're seeing Tank Dell again. So just to all right, we got Tank Dell back. Oh, yeah, we got him back, but do we have him back yet?
Well, he look. I mean, from everything that you can see from training camp, he looks good. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see once the pads get on and he gets out there. And bullets start flying. We'll see how he does. But hey, he's back in uniform, looking like he might be ready to go. We'll see what we got. But obviously, if he's anywhere near what he was his rookie season, then I think the receiver position is going to be a lot better.
Yeah, especially you add Higgins and Collins in the red zone threat. It's going to work. And plus, you can utilize him as a Swiss Army knife. I mean, you can do screens, you do end arounds. Like we tried to do that last year with Xavier Hutchinson. I think he's a good ball player, but I think that's the wrong person to use for end around is Xavier Hutchinson. So
as far as depth is concerned and injuries, what about corners? I feel like if one of the two go down, it would hurt.
We got a Trayvon Smith, but they said he's having a bad camp. Lance, does that kind of concern you? If Kamari or Steen go down, are you a little worried?
Not really, because they don't really have injury histories. So I mean, not really. I'm not really worried about the injury, especially on the defensive side. But I mean, this is the NFL. You never know what could happen, and that's the thing about it. Like you never know who could get hurt. So, but as far as like those two, they don't really have injury history, so I'm not really worried about them getting hurt. It's just
Well,
we got depth on defense, so that's one thing I can't say. That's the beauty of it. We got a lot of depth on defense.
well, there is one concern on defense when it comes to depth, and that's linebacker. If Aziz goes down, I ain't worried because he's the brain of the defense. Like he's the voice, he's the brain, like he's the leader. We've seen it last year when he was out for a game or two. It was still up there, but you kind of saw a little dip, and we don't have EJ Speed to be that backup voice no more because he's out for the season. So that worries me a little bit. But hopefully, Reed Blankenship kind of takes that role of being the voice and telling them, hey, this is where you need to be. This is what you got to do.
Well, Toto has got to step up. I mean, Toto shows flashes of being a very good linebacker. We all know at times, man, he gets burnt. But it'd be nice to see him take the next step. I mean, here's a 6th-round pick that's out on the field a lot. So maybe he continues to grow.
I mean, we did extend him, so I mean that's a good sign that they're liking what we see out of him. So, does that any concerns on the other side, Lance? Does that concern you? Not really.
That again.
Does that concern you of Aziz going down? Does that concern you a little bit? Not really.
Not really.
Well, the good thing is too is we got two of the best defensive ends in the league, and so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to make a decision when you're running for your life. You know what I mean? So you got a big plus on that side. So
Now added Clowney back too, so that's definitely a plus. Like, yeah.
Oh, up front, they're going to be absolutely nasty.
we have the best defensive line in football.
There was some talk about
No, I mean Seattle has a pretty good one.
Rams are pretty darn good.
Outside of Myles Garrett, I am Myles Garrett, but yeah.
The Rams do get if Aaron Donald does come back, which I think he is. That is up for play. But I think as far as depth wise too, I feel like we got the best defensive line in football
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's about to wrap it up. So let's kind of go into the outlook. Our schedule is a little bit easier than it was last year. We look we before this episode we looked at the schedule and we kind of we're predicting what our outcome was, and we tried to be non-biased, but man, it was hard not being non-biased.
When I first seen the schedule, I looked at the whole schedule and I said, honestly, we could really beat every team in the schedule. Every team. And I'm not not trying to be biased because I'm a Texas fan, but just knowing my team, knowing the defense that we have, we can beat every team on our schedule. But this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, we're gonna have a couple of losses. When I was being realistic, I would say I'd say at least 4, 5 max, 5 losses max. Now, I really think only 4 losses this season.
We were going week by week, and
it was hard not going 17 though. Really, it was hard saying not 17.
All those teams in our schedule, literally.
Yeah, there's no team
that really
I really
you.
look at, and I'm like, oh, they don't have a shot of beating. I would say if I'm going to take them at 13-4.
Jason said the other day, anything under 12 wins is a disappointment.
I feel that way.
Anything under 12 wins is a disappointment. I think that is the floor of 12 wins. But honestly, look, I think the ceiling is 15 wins. I think we can win 15 wins and lose 2 games, and that's what we need to go to the Super Bowl is home field advantage. When we play home in the playoffs, it's a different beast. So we have to win.
Well, I think in order to get to that number 1 seed, it's going to take at least 13 games, maybe upwards of 14.
Oh, it looks like we lost Lance. We'll hopefully come back. But yeah, man, we got to get that playoff spot. That first week bye. I mean,
you got to get we've seen what bad weather did. I know people say CJ's confidence was terrible, and it was, but I truly think the weather
had a big
tremendous impact on that game. And even the week before in Pittsburgh,
it was cold.
It was cold, and I don't think he played very well. So you need home field advantage. I don't want to go. I don't want to go play in any of those places with snow on the ground, whatnot like that.
I mean,
stay away from Denver and.
Well, exactly. And I was just saying, you're going to have. I mean, I get Kansas City. Kansas City did not make the playoffs last year, but you can't count them out. You can't count out Andy Reid. You can't count out Patrick Mahomes. So you can't go there. You can't go to Arrowhead. You can't go to because in Denver you got the cold and the air. The air is terrible. And you don't want to go to Buffalo. You don't. You don't. I mean, you don't want to go to Baltimore. You don't want to go to none of those teams on the coast because
which is every team that's in the
AFC.
Possibly can be there.
Yeah, in the AFC for sure.
I mean, every team you just named are the actual teams that are going to be there. Maybe minus, maybe the Jags or somebody like that,
or the Colts. So you never know with them. But the Chargers be nice. They're in the dome. I mean, they'll play the Chargers. But we can say all this. We just got to win. It's just like J Rock says, they can't underperform. And that's the thing that's kind of frustrating about Nico. Is
my bad, guys. My phone overheated, so it had turned off. It had turned off for a little bit.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We're just saying, we can't go. If we want to start the Super Bowl, we can't go to these teams on the coast because
It snowed.
The snow, and not even the coast. Denver and Kansas City, it snows there. Like every team that we play in the AFC in the playoffs, it's going to be snow.
That's
So
why
Yeah,
they got
yeah. Facts, definitely. Yeah, we definitely need home field. Yeah. Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
Even
what
if we would have went to, AFC Championship game, that Broncos, it snowed that game. It snowed bad that game.
Yeah, yeah.
and then, like J Rock said, he can't underperform, and that's what I was telling Jason. That's what kind of irritates me about D'Amico Ryan. I think D'Amico Ryan's
Well, he
is
gets too conservative.
way
He's
too
a
conservative.
defensive coach.
He gets way too conservative. When he gets the lead, he takes the foot off the neck. And in this league, you can't do that. You got to put your foot on the gas. You got to
Offensively, he takes his foot. Now, defensively, he sends the boys hunting, but offensively, he kind of pulls the reins back. Um, I'd like him to go out there and put a 50 burger on somebody.
like we did against the Ravens,
Like the Titans.
the Titans.
Remember
That's it. Yeah,
Remember that 50 burger we put on the Titans?
yeah,
Yeah, facts.
the wannabe Houston Titans. They're so bad. They don't have no culture. They got still ours. You know what I mean? So
Crazy.
Yeah, Houston Blue.
yeah, the Houston Blue. You know, they always, oh, y'all just jealous because you can't have Oilers. No, you want the Oilers, take them. You want some Houston culture? Go right ahead. That's Houston Blue, baby. That's not Tennessee Blue at all.
Not
So,
at all.
yeah. Well, before we go, let's get you. So you said about what was your record for the season?
13-4.
13-4.
Yeah.
I love it. And we do a segment on the show. It's called Hot Takes. So it could be anything crazy. I'm gonna get your hot take of the season, of what you think season wise, and then a hot take of a player. Like it could be like CJ Stroud winning MVP. Tank Dell's gonna have a comeback player of the year. So you go ahead. First, tell me your team hot take, and then your player hot take.
Oh, my team hot take. We going to Super Bowl. Is that
Love
really a hot take? Is that really a hot take though?
It is.
I mean, some of these kind of say it is,
That's my hot take. We going to Super Bowl. I think it's, we got the defense. It's just the offense got to play, and we got to stay healthy. We do that. We going to Super Bowl though. I feel like nobody else is gonna be able to beat us. My player hot take. I want to say CJ win MVP so bad, but I think that's too high. I'm gonna go with Tank Dell comeback player of the year. Definitely Tank Dell comeback player of the year for sure.
Jason.
Team hot take. I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go with player hot take. Oh man, this you're probably not gonna like this one. I'm taking Woody Marks leading the team in rushing.
Oh, hey, I'm okay with it.
I'm not mad at that.
Actually, it's not a great take because to me that means that David Montgomery doesn't work out so well.
Yeah.
And then my team hot take, man, I don't know that I would have said go the Texans go to the Super Bowl. I will go with that they get home field advantage in playoffs.
Okay. All right. So here's my team hot take on, and a lot of people are going to argue with me. I say we have a top 5 offense this year. I think the Texans turn it around, blocking CJ, get a run game,
and piping hot.
Hey, I say the Texans have a top 5 offense and defense, and we smoked everybody. Now my player hot take: Will Anderson, defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
He gets 15 plus sacks. He's going to see himself. Yeah.
I like that one.
Houston's going to be the place where defensive ends come and born and bred. So yeah, CJ Will Anderson, defensive player of the year.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that one.
I like that one. I was thinking that one too. I like that.
Absolutely.
Well, he's got Danielle Hunter on the other side. I mean, he's got it kind of made for him. So let's go.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody could do it, it's him, right? And especially in the scheme. So I'll definitely take it. Well, in the wise words of my boy Crenshaw, this is the worst part of the show because it's the end. Lance, man, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on social media and the great work y'all doing over there at UFM, and where we can find you to support you.
All right, y'all can follow me on social media on Instagram at Lance_Bled, LANCE_BLED. I also got my own podcast called Talking Crazy Podcast. It's TALKIN with a crazy KRAZY podcast. And also to follow us and follow my media team, my media group I work with, UFM TV. Like you said earlier in the show, is what we do. Take a shot to keep 3 cut segments of blind ranking games, sports, media, entertainment, all that. So yeah, follow me on that. I appreciate you guys having me, man. It was good talking Texas ball with you. I can't wait for this season. I probably might go to the game this Thursday against the Chargers preseason, man. I'm just ready to see us ball. Like, I'm ready to see how we're gonna perform this year. I'm anxious. We can't do it. How we went out this last season. That left the bad taste in my mouth. I'm ready to see my Texas ball now, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming on there. We'll definitely have to do this again.
Yeah, thank you, man, for sure.
And then, Jason, why don't you tell everybody where we can find you on social media and what you got cooking? That way we can know.
You can find me at Twitter at Jason Colston. And I'm excited about this season.
Yeah, make sure you follow him everywhere on Twitter. Let's say he's a new member of the team. We're going to get him talking some Texans football. He's not going to make y'all mad like I do and other guys of our crazy takes, but
I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to be fun. But also remember to follow Crenshaw at Fifthboard Crenshaw, Keno at Here Ken Out, and then Honcho at H-Town Honcho 713. And, of course, follow the podcast, the Texans Fan Battle. We got some great stuff coming up, of course, Thursday.
Let's go.
Oh, man, some football, some Texans football finally. I just feel like I don't know what I don't know what it is to feel like be on drugs, but it feels like I'm itching for some football. So finally, but till then, you guys, y'all stay blessed. We'll see y'all next week, and of course, always go Texans.
I'ma calm down.